motion that we made at the close of the Commonwealth case. At that juncture, Your Honor, the Commonwealth had produced no witnesses to testify that John O'Keefe's injuries were consistent with his having been hit by a motor vehicle, and if he was...
Hey, you know what's great is I haven't actually watched all of this. I've only watched the last minute of Yannetti's thing, and I was spot on where the argument was going. And it's true. It's true. It's so fucking obvious. It pisses me off because, so I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it right now because I'm mad about this. Every time we do one of these trial watches, every time someone's like, people are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this trial is like this. Every trial is like this. All of them. The notion of justice and fair play from the state against defendants in this country is dead. It's dead. It's buried in the ground. It doesn't belong in the land of the living. If it did, it would be rotting, and it would be saying brains, trying to kill and eat everybody it could find. Justice is gone for defendants in this country. The few that happen to win by skipping into luck, not into normality. Normality and normalcy would have defendants actually being acquitted on the daily. It would not have plea deals be the preferred method of self-defense from the state. It would have going to trial being the reasonable option, the one you're guaranteed in the goddamn Constitution. That would be the one that people would want to do, because that should be the avenue to mount and present a proper defense, knowing that you might have a chance of getting off. But as you watch the state truncate and annihilate and remove the ability for the defense to even argue for its own innocence, watch it here, but know that it happens in every single goddamn court, in every single county, in every district in this country. All of them, every judge, every single state prosecutor acts like this. This is not unique. Every time we watch these trials, everybody's like, oh, I can't believe this prosecutor. Every single one of them, without fail, acts like this. There is no exception. There is no good prosecutor. There is no good judge. You might catch them on a day when they're sleeping, and that's when you get acquitted. You don't get justice in our system. It's all a fiction. It was written down and never honored. And I'm so tired of pretending like we have it. Watch it get eroded in every case that you watch online. Every single one. You're always asking the same questions. How can the state do this? How can the state act like this? How can the state do this? How can the state do this? The problem is there's a bunch of assholes who are obviously guilty. Hello, me. Like that. Obviously guilty. But there's a bunch of people who aren't. Who are not guilty. And they don't even have a chance at justice. And there's a bunch of people who are really, really guilty, but the state did a really fucking bad job of showing it. And they should be acquitted too, because the state should be held to a standard. Because every bad guy that doesn't get acquitted when the state screws up, every time that happens, it erodes the possibility that the good guy who was not guilty will have a chance at being not guilty. And instead, they will trade away their own liberty, because the alternative is somehow even worse. They will go to prison for months and or years to avoid the effective life sentence that they would otherwise be threatened with by the state and be very ripe for receiving. And no one will care. No one will care, because they're not an attractive woman. They're not a wealthy person. They're not a celebrity. Their case isn't sexy. They have a bad set of facts. And a lot of times, they might be guilty. People are very uncomfortable with letting guilty people go. I'm not. But this happens every day. Every day. And as we continue to watch trials, I'll show you that every prosecutor acts the same.
Not hit by a motor vehicle, none of these three indictments may stand. The Commonwealth